Y'all, you are not ready. You are not ready for the cuteness. It's the baby. It's the baby on the cat cam. It's the sweetest, most perfect baby boy on the cat cam. I love him so much. He put himself there. And I woke him up. Sorry. I got excited. And I wanted to... Uh-oh, it's drifting. This cam has problems. But you know what doesn't have problems? This kitten. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. I love him. I love my baby. Hi, Sassy. I see that YouTube is doing its thing again. We don't get to have names tonight. That's okay. I know your handle. Yeah, we have cat cam action tonight. Unusual cat cam action. I am smitten with this kitten. He's the cutest. I mean, all kittens are the cutest, let's be real. There's never been a kitten ever born that wasn't the cutest. But this kitten is the cutest. Look at him. He's so sweet. He's started to actually like hang out and nap with us sometimes now. Like he wants to, lay down on the sofa beside the feet and such. So that's a really cute new development. Hey, Sylvia. Welcome. Yeah. He's learning how to be the most adorable. And he's becoming cat. Which is very cute. He's been helping me in the basement. He's been helping his dad in the basement. We've been doing all kinds of work. Mostly Brian has been doing all kinds of work setting up new shelving to like reorganize everything in the basement. Because it's been chaos down there. Brian's been living here for, I don't know, like at least 15 years. And he's accumulated some shit. And we've gotten rid of a lot of it, but there's a lot that's just like it's gotten the ADHD I'll put it away later treatment. So it's kind of random like boxes that are a mix of bike parts and cabinet doorknobs and random screws. Just like that's literally the contents of one of the boxes that I found down there. So yeah, we're kind of doing a fairly major reorganization. So hopefully things will be better. But in the meantime, the lad has been down in the basement helping Brian set everything up. Did he help me bake on Wednesday? He did, yeah. It was very helpful. He loves helping in the kitchen. He's right there. As soon as I'm doing anything in the kitchen, he wants to be on the mat right in front of the sink, curled around my feet. Which is, as you can imagine, just incredibly helpful. And I was doing so much baking. Like I had a ridiculous amount to do. I baked 4 loaves of bread, and 4 dozen tarts. And like, you can batch it to some extent. I could do 2 dozen tarts at a time. I can do 2 loaves of bread at a time. But that's sort of as far as I can as I can batch. Hello, Leo. Just popping in to say hi. It's kind of a weird night, I'm sure. There's I don't know how many people are going to end up showing up, but I did it doesn't matter if nobody shows up. It's fine. I mean, not nobody, but like if nobody that's not already here shows up. Because I just wanted to stream and I wanted to try and do this gradient thing on my nails, and you know, it's not the usual night, so we might have a weird one, but that's okay. Najwa, hello, welcome. We have a Timony Cricket. He's being the cutest. He decided to join us this evening. He hopped right up there and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out in the studio with you." So, it being Friday, I'm having a. It's not a beer. It's a cider. I'm having a Potomac hard apple cider. This is a local brewery's cider. Potomac. I do also have my bottle of water with me, so we will be swapping back and forth. Gotta stay hydrated, kids. Everybody saying hello to each other. Yay. Yeah, so I think probably y'all saw the inspo for tonight. But just in case anyone didn't, let me see if I can find it. I think it is in my photo library. Okay. Yes, it is there. Let me move over to the nails up display where I have this thing set up. Window capture. I want to capture photos. There we are. Okay. And there we go. So that is the inspo. Can you see it? Hopefully you can see it. I can make this a little bit smaller. That's the wrong one. Oh boy. Can we make this one smaller? Probably not. Yeah, you won't let me actually resize that one, will you? Of course not. Why would you want to do a thing like that? Can I just do this instead? Whoop. It keeps trying to grab the wrong thing. There we go. Now I can resize it. All right. So, you know I'm from Canada, but am I currently living in the US? I am, yes. Yeah, I live in Maryland. Because I like my husband. And he's American. So, yeah, so this is the inspo for tonight. As you can see, this was posted by Nailsian PNG, who is aka Prima. Who's a lovely person, by the way. And if you don't follow her, then, you know, maybe consider it. She does some nice nails, and like I said, she's a sweetie. So she did post a tutorial, but it's about what you would expect. So we're going to do our background, and we'll do a white center area so that our colors will be able to pop, so that we're not trying to do our colored area against a very dark background. So we're going to start out with a white to whatever the outer color is gradient, which I think I've selected, but I'm going to run some stuff by you guys. And then on top of that, we'll build the rainbow gradient. Yeah, I watched that tutorial a couple of times, Leo. It was so helpful. I mean, I already kind of figured that was how she did it, but it was helpful seeing it. So that's the plan. And I have a thing that I'm going to get y'all to decide. So, and there's not that many people here, so I think we won't bother with a poll. We'll just ask. Should I do cremes? And that would be my cremes. So the background, the outer edge, it might be hard to tell what color this is. This is Insatiable from one of the Smut of the Month. This was October's Smut of the Month. So it's like a purpley brown color. I know it on camera here, it's looking a little dark. But let me just give you a wee swipe out. So it's like a purpley burgundy brown kind of color. So we can do that, which I think is fairly similar to what she did. Or the other option that I considered is doing linear hollows. So, and if we do linear hollows, then I've got from the OG Rainbow, the OG Hollow Taco Rainbow collection, and then Dead Petals from the Dark Rainbow for the background. So, do we want cremes or linear hollows? And I think whichever we choose, it needs to be the whole look. Like, I wouldn't mix cremes with linear hollows for this, I don't think. I mean, I guess you could for the outer edge, but it might look weird, so I feel like I'd prefer to just stick with one or the other. So let me know which one you think. Yeah, I think linears are often easier to gradient for me as well. But I have gotten better at gradienting since I got the decent sponges. Yeah, it looks like everyone's going hollow. Hey, Jules. Welcome. Your vote is also hollow. All right. I think that's gonna do it then. We'll do hollow. I did consider doing a creme and then adding like a reflective glitter or something, or a scattered hollow. But I do think this is probably going to be reasonable to do, maybe easier to do. So we'll see how we go. Bear in mind that I kind of suck at gradients. So this could be real bad. But you know, hopefully not. Oh God, and this has the old brush. Do I have any Hollow Taco replacement brushes? I'm just dreading the idea of having to put this on my nails with this brush. Let me just see if I have any replacement brushes. I will give you a Timony while I check. Whoop. Yes, I have some. I had 3 left. Yeah, my previous sponges definitely sucked. I'm not going to change the skinnier brushes out on the ones that I'm sponging on. Because I agree with you. It is definitely easier to sponge on with the small ones. But this is the one that I'm going to be brushing on as my base. So, yeah. Yeah, nails in PNG. Prima wet her sponge. And I pre-moistened my sponge a little bit before stream. So we should be good as far as that's concerned. I'm just going to let this... You know how the new brushes, you kind of have to let them soften up a little bit? Maybe that's just me. Oh, I should also... Do I still have a thing? I used to have a bottle that... I guess maybe I don't have it anymore. Oh, no, there it is. I was going to say, I used to have a bottle that was just full of acetone so that I could use it for brushes that I took off of stuff. Or I think it might be actually thinner that I stuck in there. Either way, let that soak in there. Set this off to the side. We'll deal with that later. You never wet your sponges, but you also never accomplished an aura effect. Yeah, I think I did an aura like once, and it was on stream. I don't know. Y'all can tell me how you think it went. I mean, I think it was okay, but it wasn't great. Just lowering my camera a little bit here. Didn't need to be quite that high up. I like to have it a little bit higher for when I'm like working with a full collection or something more, where you want to see a little bit more space. But I feel like for this, it can be a little closer. It can actually go much closer too, but that can get a little too zoomed in, I feel like. So first coat, I'm just gonna do a brush on, and then the second thing I'll do is the sponge gradient this to white. And then assuming that goes well, then we will go in and attempt the rainbow portion of the program. Yeah, many taps. That was definitely a challenging one. I do think starting with having at least had one semi-successful aura mani under my belt, using the linears, which are, in my experience, a little easier, and then moistening the sponge might help a little bit. I think we're in better shape to attempt this than we were last time I attempted aura on stream. Now, would it have been smart for me to practice at any point in between? Probably. But I'm not a smart woman. At least not when it comes to things like this. I think I just got a text from my neighbor saying something about Cleanit. I think she may have ordered some Cleanit stuff. I have a neighbor that is into nail polish. Not like we're into nail polish, but like a normal amount into nail polish. But she really likes Cleanit, and she really likes Mooncat. So we were texting earlier about Black Friday purchases. And I think she just said that she ordered some Cleanit. I refuse to look because I just, with the shipping the way it is right now and the unexpected, who knows whether you're going to get hit with an extra fee, I can't do it. Cannot do it. I've been trying to be real good. This Black Friday, I've purchased a few things, but they're things that, mostly things that I had my eye on for a while and then I've been like holding off on. And then a few things that are just like essentials restock kind of thing. But we're trying to avoid going nuts this year. I've been on a no buy for such a long time, since PBE. And it got fairly easy. And I feel like that maybe is helping me. Yeah, this is Dead Petals is really very similar to, what was that other one called? Nightmare something. I think it varied like batch to batch how similar they were, but there was definitely sort of, to the extent that certain batches were almost indistinguishable one from the other, which was not great. Not great to have. Is it Crimson Void? Where did I get Nightmare from? I don't know. Was there something in that collection that was Nightmare something? Now I want to go look. I was thinking of Violet Nightmares, which is the more purpley one. Which is not one of the two that were almost identical. Okay. So, this is still very slightly moist. I have my handy dandy creme, which, oh boy, super needs to have the neck cleaned. But you know how I feel about that. I don't know, how big of an area do I need here? I was also very surprised on hers with how little paint she put on. Like, it seemed like she was putting almost nothing on. If anybody else saw the tutorial, I was like, wait, how come there's so little there? Like, what are you doing? How do you do that? I don't understand it. But I'm gonna try the reduced volume. We might have to do two coats of, or 2 rounds of this. I don't know if I can do the reduced volume like she did. That doesn't seem to work for me. They were like wildly thin though. Yeah, I think she must have done multiple. She must have done multiple coats of the gradient. Oh, don't want to do that hand again, or that nail again. Trying to like not move around too much, because I have a tendency to like move around a little bit too much on these. I'm not worrying too much about getting it perfectly centered on these. I feel like it's okay for it to be slightly off center. And yeah, I think we're going to have to do like 3 total base rounds. So like 2 gradient and the 1 brushed. But like this is looking reasonable. I think this is looking reasonable. I don't feel like I'm, whoop, that was a lot. I don't feel like I'm completely fucking it up yet. So that's nice. Yet being, you know, an operative word here. I also did not put any stuff. Help me out here. Word. Latex. Did not put any liquid latex down. Or anything. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I woke up the lad. Hang on. I woke him up a little bit. What a boy. Oh, that was too big of a space for the pinky. I don't know what I was thinking. I did much too large a circle for the pinky, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that on the next round. Okay, and I think I want to start with a clean layer here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off some of this sponge. Oh boy, it soaked through fairly far. That's okay though. I did, however, kind of screw up that cut, so let's try again. There we go. That's a little better. He's such a good boy. I love him so much. Okay. So we'll get our second round going here. Hopefully 2 is all we need. Guess we'll find out. I needed to do a little more top and bottom. I think I'm going to have to do a 3rd coat on the thumb. Probably. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that was enough to do the thing. Just trying to get a little bit of just the darker one around the edges here. Is that cheating? That might be cheating. But I don't think I care. I think it's fine. I think it's okay to cheat. Okay. What a good boy. All right, so thumb, I think, is actually pretty good after 2 rounds of the gradient part. I think. I don't know. I don't know if I want it to be a little paler in the middle. It seems pretty good, actually. All right. I really need to get a fresh bottle of the Monarch out. I have a fresh bottle of the Monarch out, the white, but I just I keep grabbing the old one for absolutely no good reason. See, that's a little too big. I feel like I don't want quite that much white in the center. I want that white area a little smaller. That's better. Okay. And looks nice on the index. Yeah, I think it came out well on the index. But like, you know, we have more to go here. And once we get the color on, that's going to change everything. So we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. Yeah, that's true. I'll be able to cover it a little bit more with the color round too. That one came out pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty wood. Mouth doing good. Mouth doing good talking. Yeah, I gotta make this smaller for the last one because my pinky is so small compared with the others. Hello, colorless. Wait, that's Mei. Yes? Yes. Yeah, YouTube is still doing the thing. I was like, I remember this from last time YouTube did the thing. Okay. Let's do a little cleanup. Even though, yes, we're going to be doing more coats that are going to make more mess. I don't want to be trying to clean up 20 layers all at once. So we'll at least just do like a rough cleanup after each round. And then we'll see how we do from there. It truly probably would have been a lot easier if I'd just put latex on, since I'm going to be doing so many layers, but I just hate it so much. And I don't mind doing this as long as I have my glycerin in my acetone. I just made up a fresh batch today. I do, because I am scent sensitive, I do my own DIY acetone antidote sort of equivalent. I am going to do another layer on my thumb. It's not quite bright enough in the middle on my thumb, I think. But yeah, so I made a fresh bottle up today, which, for anyone who's curious, it's literally just in this size bottle, which is like a 4-ounce bottle. I use one of these droppers, one of these little plastic droppers. And the first mark here says 1 milliliter, which is also 1 cc. Same thing. So I use about half, which is a mark, an unlabeled mark below that. I use about half of that glycerin and a little less than that water. Mix those two together in the empty bottle and then top it up with acetone. So obviously, you know, if you're doing like an 8-ounce bottle, double that amount, whatever. You can add scents to them if you want to. Like I said, part of the point for me is to avoid the scents because I can't do so many of them. But it's also just a lot cheaper than buying pre-made stuff additives that you put into regular acetone. So if you're just budget conscious and want to try a DIY, it is really easy to do. Like, it's literally just you spit that stuff into a bottle and you're done. I completely fucked that up, y'all. I did that so far off center. Like, so far off center. I don't even know how I accomplished that. But that's okay. We're gonna let it happen. We're gonna let it happen. This is just gonna be what it is. It's fine. That's what it is. And we'll be able to fix up a little bit of that with the linear hollow rainbow layers. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're just going to trust the process here, y'all. Sally's was closed, so no acetone still. Oh my God, May. That's awful. Oh, and we've got Ray here as well. Hello, Ray. Ooh, you have cookies? You just raw dog the acetone? Yeah, I can't do that. I figured out a long time ago that if I do that, then it absolutely demolishes my nails. It's bad enough for my skin, which is ridiculously sensitive and dry at all times, but it will shred my nails if I have pure acetone on them regularly. So, I got a fuzz alert. Did I get it? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I think this is an all right base. I think this is correct, or at least correct enough. Let's take a cat break. I'm gonna have a drink of water. We got some full frontal beans there. I wish this webcam was capable of zooming in. I would totally zoom in on those little back beans. What a cutie. We are so blessed. You got chocolate chip cookies? That's delicious. Yeah, we're doing a rainbow aura. So the goal is something like this. We're being inspired by Prima's rainbow aura. Yeah, Sylvia, it could be. It could be. It's extremely drying. If you are struggling with having super flaky peeling nails, one of the many things that I suggest trying early is completely either using a non-acetone remover, switching over to peely base, which obviously is not going to work for everybody, or using acetone with some kind of acetone antidote in it, some kind of softening agent. So it does depend a little bit on the root cause, you know. So if you're using a base that has PVB in it, polyvinyl butyrate, then it's worth trying a base that doesn't have that, because some people are sensitive to that. But yeah, if you're redoing your nails regularly, and and using pure acetone, it could be part of the problem, especially if you're not like super on top of oil soaks regularly, or if you're a person that just has really dry skin. There's a very good chance you also have dry nails and dry hair. So, you're sort of attacking it at multiple angles at once. Okay, so next step, the rainbow. I think we've dried it enough. You know what I freaking love about linear hollows? The linear hollows at least from Holo Taco. I don't know about other brands. I only have a couple of linear hollows from other brands, and I haven't really worn them a lot. But at least the Holo Taco ones, they dry real fast, which is just really nice. I'm gonna start with another fresh bit of sponge here. I'm making you consider some DIY acetone for your clients. Yeah. Yeah, not everyone is going to be oiling all the time. And I do oil constantly, like constantly. I am oiling my nails easily a dozen times a day, doing oil soaks pretty regularly. Every single time I wash my hands, it's oil, lotion, and then usually balm as well. I'm anal about it, and I still get super dry skin around my nails. I still get super dry peeling nails if I use acetone too often. So yeah, everybody's different. And you got to figure out what works for you. And if you're lucky that your skin doesn't require too much pampering, that's awesome. But if you're working with other people's skin, there's a good chance that some of them at least will have more issues than you do. Yeah, Arizona was brutal for my skin, for sure. I was in Phoenix for a while, and that was rough. Between being covered in salt all the time from sweating so much. And, oh boy, I might need to put a little thinner in some of these, y'all. Seems like a little on the gloopy side. I have not used any of my linear hollows in ages, so I think we're probably just going to start by adding just a little thinner to these. I don't want to go too nuts. It's not like with reflectives, but I think they will sponge a little better if they are not quite so thick. Not a spring chicken anymore. Man, I have always had to moisturize. I swear to God, I came out of the womb dry. It runs in the family. My mom has super dry, super sensitive skin as well. And the genetic lottery, sometimes you just get to deal with some weird shit. Yeah, that one's a little thick too. I think these are all going to have to get a little bit of a thinning. Did Cricket do a little stretch? Let me give you some Cricket while I'm... Oh, what a good boy. Since this is probably a little boring to watch, y'all might as well have something more fun to look at. I mean, not literally, Ray. God, what a horrifying thought, eh? Hey, Ashley, welcome. We've got a decent amount of work done. We got our base down, but I need to thin out all my linear hollows before we move to the next step. Oh, we've got an alert, Timony. What a good boy. Watching Backyardigans with the toddler. Quality entertainment there. All right. Oh boy, you hear that squeak? Man, oh man. All right. I do need to clean these, but I'm not going to right now. Maybe I'll do it before I put them away. I mean, probably not, but maybe. Things could happen. Sometimes things happen that are useful. Who's a good cricket? That's my good baby boy. I love him so much. What a good beauty. Oh, he's so cute. Yes, hi. Ruby is somewhere disappointed in me. Ruby can keep being disappointed. She'll cope. All right, so the next step is the rainbow. So we will start once again with our outer thing for the dark part. Oh my god. Seriously. Can we pick up some freaking polish on here, please? Maybe just a little. All right. So that was probably too big of a, or too small of a gap, but that's okay. We're just gonna try this. This one might be the bad batch. We might have to do my thumb 5 times for me to actually get it. And if we do, that's okay. It's what's going to happen. It's fine. It's fine. We're experimenting. Oh, it's cute though. Hang on. It's cute though. Look. Y'all. It's cute. Look at that. And I didn't even do it that good. But it's cute. Let me do a little cleanup on this here. Oh my goodness. It's like magic. You get that rainbow on there and it's like, oh no, I decided to be adorable. What do you think? Do I have to do the dark part every single time? I don't necessarily have to, but I do want to. Because I want to make sure that I'm bounding the colors properly. So I think you get away with not doing it every single time, but I want to because I think it'll improve the outcome for me. Okay, let's go again. We got our red. We got our orange. We got our little yellow. We got our green. And then we got our little dab of blue down here. Dabba dabba blue. All right. Try and get this kind of centered over the white as much as possible. Try not to move it around too much. There we go. It's so cute, y'all. Come on, will you please? Thank you. All right, I need to give Prima a little smooch when I see her. So that one came out a little bit more like intense. Like the rainbow is a little stronger. This one's a little bit more washed out, which I think might mean that I just need to do a second coat on this one. I wonder if I can just go straight in or if I'm going to regret this. Nope, it worked. I feel like I might even kind of like it a little better when it's softer, like on the middle and the thumb. Like the index I like as well, but it's got a little bit stronger lines. But I also do really like that it's sort of varied, that they're not identical. Yeah, thumb looks more unfocused, but I'm not mad at it at all for being like that. Like, it's also very cute. I don't know if I want to do a second coat on the thumb or not. I'm going to decide after I do the rest, I think. All right, next, a little red. A little orange. I'm trying really hard not to like get completely into the, get my other hand completely into the frame so that it's not like zooming all over the place, but I can't really help it with some of the bottles. So I apologize if you're getting some weird zooming. All right, next. And we'll do the the pinky at the same time. Y'all, it's cute. It's cute. I'm gonna just give a little. There we go. Boosted it just a tiny bit on the thumb. I'm actually happy that I did that. Holy heck, y'all. Okay, this worked out easier and better than I expected. Like, we fucking did the thing. We did the thing. I'm so excited about this. It's not exactly like Prima's, but I think that's fine. I need to do some cleanup. And I need to top coat. Hi.
Do you have a tiny Siri?
I do. I have a little lad.
Okay, so I can let Senna up then, I guess.
Yeah, you can. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I could top coat and go for sure. I do want to do my other hand, but I'm not gonna gradient it. I'm just gonna paint it. But I'll let y'all pick what color I paint it. I might as well just do that while I'm on stream. But yeah, I'm gonna top coat. I'm gonna clean up. But this was like way easier than I expected. Way easier than I expected. Came out really cute, even though I didn't do it perfect. Sassy says hi and bye, Brian.
Hello.
I don't know if you heard him, but he said hello. Bye. But yeah, that was like way less work than I expected. I do think partly because we decided to go with the hollow. I think going with the hollow really helped me there because I do find these linear hollows much easier to gradient with than cremes. So I feel like if I'd tried it with cremes, there would have been more crying. Yeah, I also adore this design. It's as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that on my nails. And even so, over the last few days, she was posting on her stories like her screw up versions, the versions that did not come out with a proper rainbow, and they were still really beautiful. So I was like, well, if it even looks really beautiful when you mess it up, then surely I can do it and have it look good, even if it's not a perfect gradient. But oh my goodness, it's adorable. Okay. Why do I have scissors here? Oh yeah, because I was, duh, because I've used them a dozen times tonight. Oh, it's good. It's good when your brain operates at maximum capacity. Yeah, linears make you look so talented. It's true. All right, we'll do a little cleanup. I'll give you a Timony while I clean up. Because I feel like everybody's seen me clean up before. We don't need that. But Timony, that's a rare gift on stream. I kind of figured he would like hang out for a few minutes and then jump down and leave, but we've had a solid hour of Timony here.
He's so photogenic.
He is. He's being a perfect stream companion. He's done some cute stretches. Brian is wiggling his fingers around the cat cam to try and get Timony's attention so that he looks right at the monitor. Such a good boy. Brian and Timony, both very good boys. A sundog, Manny. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really fun. So do the sun on like the middle finger. So blue sky background everywhere. The sun on the middle finger, and then sundogs on these two nails. On the index and ring fingers. That would be really cool. I think you could do a reasonably convincing sundog. Congratulations on your two good boys. Thank you. Yeah, I would just do the whole background light blue. Like a sky blue. And then you'd need white. And I would do like a white line that goes all the way. Like a gradient line. Slightly curved. That goes all the way down. And then have the sundog, like have the rainbow just in the middle section of it. So you'd still have white at the top and bottom. I think that would look really cool. And he's off. Well, we lost our child, but we got him for a whole hour, and I think that's quite impressive. I'm pleased. I feel blessed. I feel doubly blessed because we got cute kitty and we also ended up with cute nails. Now, if I had done this with creme instead of linear hollow, I would be asking if you wanted to do it matte because I'm curious how it would look matte with cremes. But obviously, since we did linear, we do not want to do that. So I do want to just go ahead and do my other hand. I'm just going to do nail polish on my other hand. I'm not going to do anything fancy. But I have some untried. So hang on a sec. Let me grab my untried. Oh my god. I just totally bonked one of my nails. Okay, so I'm in two, seriously, I like bonked right here. So annoying. I'm in two gift exchanges this year. One is new stuff and one is de-stash stuff. And so the de-stash gift exchange, I received a bunch of polish. One of them I've already worn, like right away. The one, it was for the background for the autumn leaves mani that I posted yesterday. So that was the Mooncat, what's it called? Bootlegger. In my head, I kept thinking it's called bootlicker, which is not good. But it's actually bootlegger. So I tried that one already, but these four I haven't tried yet. And this one is magnetic. So I'm going to put one of those on my other hand, and I'm going to let y'all decide. I think it would look very 70s matte. Hey, Yanelli. You missed the nail art portion of the nail art stream, but we're gonna paint my other hand and hang out. This is what we did, based on Prima Nails in PNG's design. And it's freaking cute as heck. I followed her tutorial, and lo and behold, it actually worked. It's almost like if someone teaches you how to do a thing and then you follow the instructions, it will come out to a reasonable facsimile of what they did. So yeah, it was basically just starting with a white to dark gradient aura, and then doing a little rainbow gradient over top. Super cute. Very pleased with how this came out. So these guys, we'll figure out what we want to do. This is Cirque Cool Blast. Here, let me swatch these out real quick. Jules, are you still in chat? I think it's the same Jules that sent me these. Is it the same Jules? Are you the same Jules, Jules? There's at least two Juleses that I know about, and I'm not sure which one is in my chat right now. But if it's Jules that sent me these, thank you. I love them. Okay, it is you. Okay, there's the Mooncat. This one's really interesting because at some angles it's like super purple, but at other angles it's like it goes blue, it goes almost brown. It's really a cool shifty polish. I really like it. And then this one here is, so that one's Mooncat Celine. This one is Cirque Harvest Time. And then I did put a magnet under Celine there, just so you can at least kind of see a little bit of it. And this one is, I don't think it has a name because this one Jules made at PBE. Was it last year? This past summer? But yeah, I'm not sure if it was this past summer or the one before, but Jules made this one at the polish making workshop. And it's like so my color. Gorgeous. It's like a scattered hollow with like a shifty, it's like blue to green shifty shimmer. Super pretty. Do the PBE one where Celine, Ray, you wanted Celine? You didn't get it? Yeah, the PBE one that Joel's made is extremely my type of polish. It's exactly the type of polish that I would be like, ooh, I need that. But also, like, all of these are very much to my taste, and bootlegger as well. That orange, like rusty, coppery, like a coppery shift, and then like a rusty tone in the other angle. It's super gorgeous. I need to wear the Jules original. All right. I'm seeing a lot of calls for the PBE polish, so let's do that one. Okay. Oof. Ow. I just smacked my head into my light. The other one that I have that's untried right now is a new one I got from Fauve. But it's a thermal. and on my short nails with how hot I am, it's just going to be, I'm never going to see the cool state. You waffled on it when they discontinued it and then it sold out. Am I getting anything for Black Friday? I mean, I did. I got a few things. I tried to be really good about Black Friday this year, so I got, before the Black Friday sales started, or like, you know, before proper Black Friday when people were doing like the early start Black Friday sales, I got some essentials restocked from KB Shimmer. So I got their, I got some thinner. I got some of their picture this, I think it's called, the matte. It's the matte moisturizer. It's like a cuticle. It's a very thin cuticle lotion, thicker than an oil, but thinner than a balm, on the thin side for a lotion. And it dries just like matte, so it doesn't leave any kind of like shininess. So it's nice for when you're just about to take photos, but you need some extra hydration boost. So I got some of that, and I got an unscented sugar scrub. So I picked those up from KB Shimmer. I got the one polish from Fauve. That wasn't Black Friday though, I guess. And then I picked up a few from Plus Life Lacquer. I got, I kind of couldn't decide between getting the arcades or the darkades. And there were like ones from each that I preferred. So I got a mix of arcades and darkades, which I think that technically the proper name for the darkade collection is Arcade After Dark. So it's just like darker versions of the arcades. And if anybody doesn't know those, they're like the Minecraft jellies, but instead of bars, they have like normal hollow glitter. So just really nice. Plus Life does a really nice jelly formula. Very squishy, very buildable, very sheer, very like lots of color without lots of coverage, which is really nice for certain kinds of nail art. And then what else did I order? There was something else that I ordered. Help me out. Somebody should know. I posted it. Rogue. I got some Rogue lacquer. Just some random. I got the doorbuster and I don't know, a few other. I didn't get too many though. I was very good. I was well behaved because I have too much nail polish. Yeah, it's true, Jules. Mixing up a specific, if you're like starting with something that you have in mind, like if you have an idea for how you want a polish to look, getting to that is so much more difficult than you would expect. I've done just enough polish mixing to be like, ooh, yeah, no, that's challenging. That takes some time. Takes a lot of practice. Ray, you tried not looking at sales, but you still made a bunch of orders. Yeah, I very purposely did not go to a bunch of websites that I knew if I went to them, I would definitely end up buying stuff. So like, I didn't go to BKL's website, and I won't be going to BKL's website because I know that if I go to BKL's website, I'm going to end up buying things. And some of the things that I buy will be basically dupes of things that I already own. And I don't need to do that. So I'm just going to not go there. I will not attend their website and therefore will not buy anything. There's a few brands like that. Like Jen & Barry's, I could totally spend a ton of money. But I truly don't need to. I don't need to do that to myself. I do think I want to pick up a few from Broken Pixel Polish because I keep hearing really good things about the brand from several people that I trust, and yeah, I wanna support that whole business. So I want to grab a couple. Cracked, I super am tempted by, and I know if I go to their website, I'm definitely going to buy stuff. I'm not going to the Cracked website. Not going there. I will spend far too much money on things that I truly don't actually need. So, no. And stamping polishes, yeah, I really could. I have some stamping polishes. I could use more, but I don't stamp that often. You know, most of the time, if I am doing stamping, I'm doing reverse stamping, in which case the outline color is less important typically. And I tend to just want to do black or white or metallic, and I have those. So the cream of mushroom polish by Cracked. Oh my gosh, yeah. That whole collection. What do they call that? I can't remember what that collection is called. Something Tastes. Such a nice collection. Acquired Tastes. The Acquired Taste collection. Really beautiful. Went to Crack's website, accidentally closed it, and took that as a sign. Yeah, that's really real. I think it's correct to take that as a sign. Like, I love Monique, and I am more than happy to spend money at her shop. I love her polish. She's an excellent human being, and she makes great polish. And I've never been sad about a polish that I've gotten from her. But also, I need to not spend all of my money on polish all at once. It's just you gotta be reasonable. Whatever reasonable looks like for you, that's what you gotta be. Right now, reasonable for me means very, very little. I truly cannot be buying a bunch. We literally just bought a new driveway. We paid for a new driveway, all the landscaping, new pack patio, got a new freezer, got some storage stuff for the basement. Like, we have to get the radon remediation stuff installed in our basement now. So, yeah, we're like, not so much into spending money on unnecessary things at the moment. I'm very tempted to buy a second big light, though. The huge light that I use. It would be really nice to have a second one of those. But they're just so expensive. And, like, I would need to friggin' have a place to put it where it wouldn't be a huge problem. I need ceiling mounts for my lights is what I need. May, you were mostly good. Well, you just bought yourself a few things for your birthday, too. So you'd kind of already gotten a lot of the things that you really wanted, right? This is super cute. Y'all aren't even getting the full effect. Can you focus? I think it does want a third coat, but it is very cute. Are we very shifty? Oh, we're so shifty. Yeah, it's got like a strong blue shift. You were browsing Cracked and Tyler's Trinkets and closed out? Yep. Yeah, I have done a lot of that recently where I go to websites and I look at a bunch of stuff and I might even add a bunch of stuff to my cart and then I just close the website and back away slowly. and never return. Well, maybe not never, but it's good if you can do it in a way that you're not just doing it impulsively. I think that's really, for me, that's a big thing. If I put it in my cart and then walk away and don't look at it, and then I basically it becomes a matter of like, am I still thinking about it later on? Because if I'm still thinking about it enough to actually like go to the website, remember that I had a cart, go to the website, and then go through the whole cart again and look at every single item again and decide again whether or not I actually want it. At that point, then maybe it's worth doing it. But if it takes someone else reminding me, if I don't remember it on my own, I probably didn't really need it that badly. The 10-year-old asked you why the light inside isn't like the sun, so you looked it up and saw how much those expensive lights are? Yeah. Yeah, and mine isn't even, like, I call mine a small sun, but it's a very dim, weak sun by comparison to the actual one, of course. And yeah, it's a few $100s for one of the big video cameras that actually does, reasonable spectrum. This is the first year you haven't gotten any ILNP on Black Friday. I don't have a lot of ILNP. I don't know. Like, nothing against them, but I just, I guess they haven't excited me enough at the right times when I've been wanting to buy polish. I feel like it's a lot like, for me, it's a lot like Holo Taco, in that there's more exciting stuff happening from some smaller brands. And I know ILNP is not anywhere near Holo Taco's size, but it is closer to that than it is to like Plus Life, etc. Crying at the prices of cameras. Yeah, that's why you got to get a refurb. You got to get a refurb of a 10-year-old camera that was really good when it came out and has been well taken care of. Have I worn ILNP Hypnosis yet? No, it's still on my to be tried rack. I'm excited to wear it, but I'm also like, it hasn't felt right. It hasn't felt right for some reason. I don't know if it's just like seasonal or what, but it's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen soon. It does look super pretty. I'm excited about it. Yeah, that's why you're looking at the Rebel, yeah. Were you able to find any of the Canon EOS 80D or 90D? Did you look for those on the refurb market? Yeah, and I'm not really a seasonal wearer so much, but I am a festive vibes wearer. So I'll happily wear, pastels in the fall to do a Halloween mani. But, just doing pastels in the fall, if it's not a Halloween mani, I'm not really feeling it. Stuff like that. I just, neons at Christmas, sure. If it's neon gnomes, I'll do that. Neon snowflakes, absolutely. But just neons, eh. Oh wow, they're going for 800 plus refurbed. Whew. That's brutal. Yeah. I'm sure ILNP has a team making polish too, but do not sell as much as HT. But it's not an indie where it's one person that's customer service and making it out of their tub. Yeah. Yeah, there is definitely a difference. And I feel like the smaller the business, the more inclined I am to put my money there. All other things being equal. Um, not that I'm not going to spend money with a larger small business, right? Like it's still a small business, but if I can get the exact same polish from, OPI, ILNP, and, somebody who's literally just a one person show who does absolutely everything themselves, I'm going to choose the one person show every time. Even if it's a little more expensive, I'll still choose the one person show because I have been that one person show, and I know how much of a difference it makes. So, yeah, for me that's an important thing. But like, also I recognize that not everyone can afford to make that choice when they are a little bit more expensive. So like, if it's a choice between not having the thing or having the big box super cheap version of the thing, and that's like, I get it, man. I get it. Absolutely no judgment. It's just a choice that I make because, as I say, having been that one person business trying to do everything myself, I know how much of a difference it makes when people buy your stuff. Every single tiny little order makes a difference to you personally. $250 for the Rebel 7 is still slightly bonkers, but less bonkers. That at least feels like it is probably worth it if it's in good condition. Because that's going to do the job. It's going to give you nice results. Like, I think you'd probably be happy with a Rebel T7. Or Rebel 7. After the Rain collection. Yeah, that one looked interesting. I still didn't buy any of them, but it did look interesting. Yeah, ILNP and Holotako are both sort of in that in-betweeny range where, like, they can afford to do things that are a little bit weird, more than say the OPIs and Sally Hansons of the world, but they're not quite agile enough to do what the itty bitty super experimental ones can do. They'll get in trouble if they try and sell, 10 bottles of a weird prototype that they made. Yeah, ILNP not being limited edition with everything is nice. Stamping plates at this point, I don't stamp very often these days, as you know. I do sometimes, and I definitely like having a nice variety of plates. Unfortunately, most of my plates are a brand that I no longer support. And so while I will still use those, because I paid for them, I might as well continue using them. I don't want to just throw them out, and I don't want to make money selling them. And I kind of don't want to generate new customers for them by giving away their plates. So I feel like the best option is just to hang on to them and use them, but I don't use them on stream. So it's a bit limiting, I don't use them on stream. I don't tag them. I don't say their name. Anywhere public. So like I'm constantly tempted to buy more stamping plates because I want more cute plates that I can use on stream for those times that I do want to stamp on stream. So it's been tempting for me this Black Friday. There's been a few places that have had nice sales, and I would like to do that. But I feel like I can't justify it because I truly don't stamp that often. At this point, I'm kind of like, I'm picking up an occasional plate from Manuscript. I'm also very picky. I'm very, very wildly picky about my stamping plate quality at this point. And Manuscript plates are very good. And I'm never quite sure about some of the other brands. Yeah, plate exchange could be fun. You don't have that problem, you must stamp. I mean, that's valid. If you like to stamp, you like to stamp. Yeah, like I'm sure that I probably will give some away at some point in time to people that already know and wouldn't be inclined to shill for them or, you know, pay them for more plates. I just don't want to give them away to people who aren't already familiar. You can't draw, Sassy. You can totally draw. You can totally draw. Anybody can. Anybody can draw with some practice. It's just hard. And it takes a lot of practice. So you gotta want to badly enough. That's the problem. And when there are really cute stamping plates around, why would you? When you can just have the thing. I get that. That's why I use stamping plates on my right hand almost exclusively, because I do not want to take the time to teach my left hand how to do the thing. I don't wanna. It's easier to use the plates. This is super cute. This is super cute. Jules made this polish. I don't know what it's called. Jules, does it have a name? This is really, really cute. You just started stamping a year ago? Really? You're good at it. Look how cute this is, though. It's all got cute hollow sparklies. I don't know if you can pick up the hollow in this lighting, but trust me, it's cute. It's just got a nice little hollow sparkle everywhere. I'm gonna have to take some photos of this for sure. It's a choose your own name situation. All right. Chat, name this polish. Chat, name the polish that Jules made. Let me see if I can show you the... Can you see... I guess you can see a little bit of the blue shift there on the side of the nail. It goes quite blue. You can only kind of see it. Maybe I can show you in the heads up. There you go. You can see the blue in the heads up. It goes very, very blue. It's really cute. Shining Jewel. That's cute. Jules Family Jewels. Ashley, absolutely not. We are not calling it Family Jewels. We're not doing that to Jules. jewelish. So far, I like shining jewel. Emerald jewels, that's cute. It kind of vibes a little bit like Emerald Alibi, doesn't it? Like a lighter, softer version of Emerald Alibi. Do I have let's see if I have a sticker here. I should have some stickers for labeling bottles somewhere. There we go. I got some. Where's a pen? We could go with Family Jewels with it spelled like Jules. But only if Jules is okay with that. So it would be like, it would be spelled like that. We're not gonna, we don't get to zoom. We don't get to have focus. All right. Family Jewels it is. Approved. I'm going to put it on the bottom. It's official. Family Jewels, made by Jules. All right. It's way too pretty to have that name though. But that is funny. I'll take some photos of it. I'll take some photos of it later. I also have to take photos of this because, oh my goodness, did it ever come out cute. I am so pleased with this. Do you win the polish? No! I just got it. It's my present. You gotta get Jules to make you another one. You can come over to my house and borrow it. How about that? I have cute nails, y'all. We did it. We freaking did it. And we had a cat for such a large amount of it. And we finished early. I haven't even finished my cider. That's right, Ashley. You named it for nothing. You named it for my amusement and everyone else's. Did y'all see what my skeleton is up to? This little friend is like, I found it like this. I don't know what it was doing. Just kicking its little leggy up. All right, thanks for coming by, May May. If she sends you one, you're also naming it Family Jules and it'll just cause confusion. That's okay. That can be a thing. We can just, every time Jules makes any nail polish ever, it will be called Family Jules. No, it wasn't spinning. It was just, it was still, but it was leggy up. Stream cred, there you go. Because that's a very valuable thing in our streams. The much sought after stream cred. Everybody wants it. All right. Who is she? Look at her. With her little sequin belt. Her little leggy. Just point that toe. Yeah, it's a family of polishes called Family Jewels. Oh, don't promise that, Jules. Just in case. You never know. You might actually decide to make a polish brand, and then you're going to have to give her a cut of the profits. You'd be contractually obligated. You've promised it. You've put it in writing. We've all seen it. That would actually be fun to just... It would be a little bit of a troll thing. But if you actually had a brand and made a bunch of jewel tone nail polishes and just named all of them Family Jewels with no other refinement, it would be both confusing and delightful, in my opinion. I would appreciate that. People would be like ordering Family Jewels. And you could just have one listing with all the colors on it, and you get a random one. Yeah, I mean, a cut could be like 0.0000001% per 10 bottles sold. That would technically still be a cut. Only jewel toned polishes in different formulas. Yeah. Mystery polishes only. They're all called Family Jewels. You order one, you get what you get. What's it going to be? I don't know. It's going to be jewel toned though. Oh, May is on, has started her Twitch stream. Oh, there you go. A cut could be a % off a polish purchase. Suppose that could technically be true. That would work. All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to photograph my little phalanges here. Thank you all, as always, for coming and hanging out with me. This was fun. And I'm delighted that that Family Jewels now has a name. And it's super pretty. I really think it's very cute. And I'm delighted that this shit somehow miraculously actually turned out nice. So, who knew? Very excited to show Prima that her tutorial works. All right, if you haven't already, do the things, click the buttons, etc. Tell all your friends. And we'll see you next week. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming next week. I got nothing. Let me know what I should stream. I'll do something. We'll figure it out. We'll be back to Thursdays